making his way to the ring, Jake Something!
Welcome to Smash Wrestling International Fight Night. I'm Blake Murphy. As my broadcast colleague James just introduced you, we are here at the Western Fair in London, Ontario. Our first match of the night, oh boy, a banger. Jake Something making his way to the ring, 6'2", 235 out of Midland, Michigan. He made his Smash debut at our last show. Very impressive showing. Alex Shelley came away with the win in that triple threat that also featured Speedball Mike Bailey. But Jake Something, absolutely someone to watch here in Smash Wrestling. The Western Fair crowd responding to him very, very early.
And introducing his opponent, hailing from Niagara Falls, New York, USA, weighing 227 pounds, Vince Valor!
Jake Something's opponent, Vince Valor here. He may be coming to the ring in a bright-colored Katy Perry play t-shirt. He is not playing around. This man is mean. Jake Something's a big dude at 6'2", 235. Vince Valor's going to make him look average. Valor, by the way, one match in Smash prior, back before the hiatus. How are you, man? Welcome back.
That run from the ring is no joke.
No, it's good. You get a little sweat going. Looks like you're part of the show.
Get a bit of cardio going.
Could have been. What are you looking for in this one here? Jake Something against Vince Valor. Jake Something of a rising star on the independent scene, but pretty new to Smash Wrestling fans.
You know, I have to say this is the second time that I've seen Jake Something, and he impresses in every single appearance. And seeing him live is just something that you can't explain in words. You have to see it to believe it. And I think these two are just a couple of big bulls that are going to go head to head. And well, let's hope that the building's reinforced here.
Well, what do you think of the other side? You a Katy Perry fan?
You know, I'm a big fan of Katy Perry for a lot of reasons, but none of them have to do with professional wrestling.
Or Vince Valor. He'd tell you he's Katy Perry's favorite wrestler. I don't know. I don't see her here at the London Western Fairgrounds.
I don't think she made the trip, but I've got to say that Vince Valor also looks very impressive, in phenomenal shape. Pedigree second to none, but not quite ready, it looks like.
No, he's taking a breather before this even gets going. I think he heard those crowd reactions for Jake Something coming out here, and he wants to cool this down, make sure Jake Something's not taking some momentum into the start of this one.
Now, here's the thing, and I've got to say this once just real quick. He paid nothing for his ringside seat, but I think this is trying to get into the head of Jake Something, and I don't think that's the guy that you want to get into the head of.
Is there a lot going on in there?
Whatever it is, it's intense.
Yeah, it is intense, and that's where, you wonder if the mind games can do much at all, because he's not pure instinct, but he seems pretty unravelable.
The thing about Jake Something is that he really is an anomaly. I asked him earlier what he wanted his weight announced at, and he said, "Just say my name."
All right.
We've got our collar and elbow here. This is, in most cases, that is just a preliminary move, but with these two, this could be a game changer this quickly.
And it's an opportunity right away for Jake Something to show that strength up. Vince Valor yelling for him to tap, but Something just lifted him up. That's over 200 pounds that he just lifted up like it was nothing to get out of that headlock.
Jake Something is many things, strong as an ox being one of them. My goodness, big tackle by Jake Something, and Vince Valor's had enough already.
That's Jake Something 1, mind games from Vince Valor 0.
Now, I've got to give Valor credit on this, because the first time that he bounced out of the ring, I understood that it was, mind games. That time, you take a tackle like that, you need a second.
Yeah, holding the left shoulder already. It's a little warm in here. Whoever's seat he just sat in for a minute there might be dealing with some moistness.
Oh, look out! We've got Jake Something coming. Oh! Jake Something lighting. And now here's the thing about chops, is they all hurt. But when they don't make a sound, somehow that hurts even more. than the ones that do make a sound. But these are just ringing through the agriplex here at the Western Fair.
And you can see Jake Something smiling with each one. This is a guy who enjoys this type of physical match, even if he's taken a little bit, as he does there with the elbow. He's happy to be in there banging.
Another big tackle there, and Vince Valor goes down hard. The sheer size of Jake Something is something to be seen, but oh my goodness, he just put Vince Valor down on his rear end as hard as he could.
I bet if we ask Valor later the last time he remembers running into someone and coming out on the wrong end of that collision, he'd have to go way, way back.
He's probably thinking he's back on first day of Grapplers Anonymous right now. Now, the thing to note here is that Vince Valor is a very smart competitor, and he knows how to light a guy up with a chop as well.
Yeah, this is a guy who, you know, he might be new-ish to Smash Wrestling fans, but he won the 2021 ESW Ilio DiPaolo Cup, which, if you're in the Buffalo wrestling scene, that cup makes you royalty. This is a guy who's beaten some names, wrestled all over the Northeast. But again, Jake Something, matching strength with him, knocks him down there with a big body block.
Needless to say that both guys' pedigrees are fantastic, but they're just two colliding trains at this point, and I'm here for all of it. Oh, wow. A little bit of his own medicine there for Jake Something as he gets tackled into the turnbuckles there.
I tell you, you can have the pedigree of a Jake Something. You can have the experience of being in ROH and Impact Wrestling and all AEW Dark all over. When your head meets that turnbuckle, that experience goes out the window.
Along with everything else in there. Quick cover by Vince Valor. Oh, barely a 2 count there. You're going to have to do a little bit more to get under Jake Something there.
Now, I know sometimes guys will go for a cover a little earlier in a match than you might expect to expend energy from their opponent. In Vince Valor's case here, where he's already lost a couple of those early mind games, you think that's a mistake?
I think that there's a possibility that's what he was doing, but I think it's also very possible he just wanted to get this match over with as quickly as possible. Oh! Jake Something firing up here.
Double chop there from Valor, and then the kick to the chest. Little more than a 1 count that time.
You know, the longer this match goes on and that lactic acid starts to build up, both guys are going to be more exhausted, so the more damage you can do in the front end, the better. But with Vince Valor, I genuinely think he's just trying to get that win and get on out of here. You can see both guys as well. Their mouths are hanging open a little bit more. They're starting to suck for a little bit more of that air. As we get a big arm wringer here going into, is this going to be a Russian leg sweep? And it is. Beautiful.
Russian leg sweep. We'll have to see what Nikita thinks of the form later.
I think we should just call that a leg sweep from now on.
Yeah, she might want ownership of it. We'll see how that match goes, see if she busts out the East Ukrainian leg sweep.
Oh, my goodness. You can start to see here as well that Jake Something's starting to power up. He's starting to, you can see his chest starting to expand a little bit more, and Vince doesn't want any of that. He's trying to cut that blood flow off.
And smart to try to ground Jake Something here, but the crowd is really getting behind him here. He's trying to push that elbow off to get out of this headlock right now.
Oh, brings him down there. Whoa, tries to get the big man up there. Back elbow, Jake Something. I think he's just looking for something to grab onto.
Jake Something flips out of that one. He's got Vince Valor up.
Oh, we've got a big back suplex there. And this could be the window Jake Something needs here. If he can start to build a little bit of momentum, look out.
You can see it in Something's eyes. He feels that just turned the match there. This is a guy who has said recently that he's tired of waiting for his time, and if he sees something he wants, he's going to take it from now on. That's a bit of a shift in demeanor from him. It starts here. He's got a big weekend here at Smash Wrestling. Takes Valor down with a couple stiff shots.
Oh! Got him a little faked out there, Blake. Jake Something's feeling it now. Oh! Now those boulder-like shoulders going into anybody's midsection, no matter how hard rock your abs are.
Looking to get him up
steps
for a
on the
suplex
toes.
there. Yeah.
Doesn't matter how strong you are, your toes are vulnerable. Toes and eyes.
Anyone with older brothers will tell you that. You need to take a bigger guy down. You stomp on his toes real quick.
2 count right there for Jake Something. I never had to deal with the older brothers. It was stepping on my dad's toes.
I am the older brother, so that's where I'm familiar with it. You're not going to get over, but you can swing things for a minute there. Right before Jake Something delivered that shoulder thrust into the corner there, he asked the crowd, "What's my name?" And obviously a little bit of a play on the name Jake Something, but he expects at this point the crowd to get behind him when he says that. That's his who's the man?
We've got a 2 here. Whoa. Those kickouts are getting slower and slower. You've got to be wondering what you got to do.
I wonder, too, if you're Jake Something. You've kind of started the power up a couple times now with the crowd behind you, and Vince Valor cutting you off every time.
Now, here's the thing with Vince Valor. He is arguing that was 3. Oh, that's not going to go well for you. I think they're saying his name is Boo, Blake.
Yeah, that's incorrect, but...
Points for trying.
Yeah. He's got him up here on his shoulders.
Ooh.
But Something, again, able to elbow his way out. As much as Something's a physical grappler, he's very smart in those precarious positions. There.
Big pendulum slam.
Into the void, Vince Valor goes. Jake Something with his first victory
Here is your winner,
in Smash Wrestling.
Jake Something.
That is as impressive a performance as it gets from Jake Something. His second Smash Wrestling match, his first Smash Wrestling victory, and this crowd at the Western Fair got behind Jake Something from moment number 1. No doubt they know his name.